Apologize if I say Friday night later during the broadcast, but Thursday night football, final regular season game of the year. I'm going to guarantee a Bulldog victory tonight because Milbank in at 6-2. They are number 7 in the Class A rankings right now. In the playoff rankings, 41.625 power points, and the Madison Bulldogs with 43.5 power points are 6-2 as well, and number 3 right now in Class 11A here in the region playoff standings. So both of these teams should make the playoffs, of course, but playoff positioning could be a little bit of a factor here tonight, depending on this game and the outcome here. Of course, Milbank, if you missed it for some reason, had one heck of a game last Friday night down in Hartford. They beat West Central on a field goal with a little over a minute left by Franklin Peterson, a 25-yarder, to take a 22-21 win over the Trojans down in Hartford. Milbank on the season has defeated Lakota Tech 64-0. They lost 34-0 to Tri-Valley. They beat Groton Area 19-0. They lost 36-7 to Del Rapids, beat Vermilion on homecoming 29-14. They beat Webster Area 22-8, Roncalli 38-0, and West Central they won 22-21. So Milbank on a 4-game winning streak right now. Madison 6-2 on the season. They've defeated Belfouche 35-0, defeated Del Rapids 21-20, beat Custer 43-0, defeated Vermilion 34-15, lost to Sioux Falls Christian 42-6, won against Tri-Valley 33-7, defeated Lennox, or lost to Lennox 44-19, and then last week defeated Canton 47-12. Senior night here, so if you're tuning in on our video stream tonight, you're seeing the seniors and their parents just disbanding the field right now. And again, as always, Jeff Carino had a chance to talk to Milbank head coach Mick Thompson before this game, and we'll be back with Jeff and the coach coming up here in 2 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and they've been innovating ever since. The one that started it all, the number one seed to beat, the one for you. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Ag Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
6-2 on the season, sitting in 7th place right now in the region standings. We fast forward to Madison coming up on Thursday night. Madison at 6-2 on the season. They sit in 3rd place. I would imagine that you're looking pretty good for the playoffs, but a big game coming up on Thursday. And again, once again, this is Thursday for folks listening right now.
Yeah, kind of a weird week a little bit, having everything kind of bumped up a day, working with the coaching staff to try and figure out what that needs to look like this week, because we also have parent-teacher conferences, so practices are kind of at a weird time, like at 1:30 this week too, on Monday and Wednesday. So we're just going to have to adjust, and the players are going to have to, get focused up and figure out what we're doing. I believe we're in the playoffs at this point. There's, kind of that jumble 2 through 7, and then, at the bottom, there's just those guys are all fighting for a shot. I think Rapid City Christian and Bellfouche might actually be playing a play-in game to get in the 8th spot in the playoffs this week. But when we play Madison, that's really kind of a seeding thing, because when I was looking at it this morning, we beat a really good football team, but I think we're still 7th in the seedings. We didn't really move up. We just kind of closed the gap a little bit more than anything. So I don't know if we have a shot at a home game or not, but regardless, it's Madison. It's a rivalry game for us, and we just want to go out and play well. And they're a different challenge in that they're not going to try and run the ball near as much as West Central. They're going to spread it out and try to throw it. They have, Henry Wienhoff at quarterback and Shane Wienhoff at wide receiver, and they can do a lot of special things. So it's just kind of a different challenge for us this week.
I have to imagine that they're going to watch the film, and you're probably not going to see such a loaded box. So you might have the ability to run the ball a little bit, because I can't imagine they're not going to look at that film and say, "There's no way we're single covering Sam Brick."
Yeah, I mean that, or they'll just put Shane Wienhoff on him the whole game and take their matchup too, because he's I would say he's a pretty special kid too. I think he's committed to play at SDSU next year, wide receiver. So I mean, we'll see what they do, and we just have to make adjustments. Last night my game plan was not to just throw deep shots the whole game, but you got to roll with the punches a little bit in the game, and when our wide receivers are going up and making plays, you just got to continue to make that happen. And I think that's why it's so important that Esteban had a really good game, because if they are going to shift focus to Sam, I mean, we still need to find ways to get him the ball and make sure that he's getting his chances to make plays for us. But that gives the other guys a chance, like Mason Allen and Esteban Abrego. Those guys have a chance then to go out and make plays too, because they'll have a little less attention and more one-on-one opportunities for themselves.
Again, Coach, congratulations on the big win last night. Once again, home against Madison this Thursday. We'll have the game for you here on KMSD video audio stream, bigstoneradio.com, and on our YouTube page. Again, Coach, congratulations on an exciting, thrilling win. Looking forward to breaking it down next Saturday. Have a great week of practice. We'll talk then.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And the Madison Bulldogs are being introduced here by public address announcer Ryan Conrad to the crowd here. Again, Milbank in at 6-2 on the season. Madison in at 6-2 as well. Battle of the Bulldogs here tonight. And again, a beautiful night here at A.B. Campbell Stadium. Military Appreciation Night, South Dakota Army National Guard Night, and all veterans recognized tonight. Band night, senior night. Lake Area Technical College is here. A lot of people are here tonight at the stadium, and glad to have everybody here as well. Now, Milbank is going to be introduced here to the crowd, and I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another break here in the pregame show, and we'll be back with the national anthem, starting lineups, and the kickoff. Milbank and Madison. And tonight's officials, by the way, our referee Darren Lorenz, head linesman Jordan Mensch, line judge Spencer Aberly, umpire Brandon Kuzler, and back judge Dustin Pitts. The law on the court, or the field tonight, is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. We'll be back with all of that coming up in 2 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Dreaming of a getaway escape to Schmidt's Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch or bass, or just enjoying the stunning view, Schmidt's Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmidt's Landing. Visit schmidtslanding.com and like them on Facebook. Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust. Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy, located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank. Working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota. Streetgraphics.com.
Nice rendition there of our national anthem in advance of Milbank against Madison here tonight in the Battle of the Bulldogs, and he's been kind enough to join us every home game here this season. The winningest coach in Milbank High School football history, Jeremy Tossenson. Jeremy, good evening again and welcome in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You bet.
All right, so Battle of the Bulldogs here tonight. Watching Madison a little bit last night on a little bit of their video and everything. They are a pretty good 6-2 team.
Yeah, they absolutely are. The quarterback is, I think his legs is his most dangerous weapon, but he's got good wide receivers, and Madison is pretty quality outfit.
And like Coach Thompson said in the pregame show, one of their receivers, Shane Veenhoff, is going to South Dakota State University next year, so he in and of himself could be a load tonight for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's going to be a real test for us. I've always thought that defensively, our ability to get after the quarterback, and we're not too bad on the back end of it, that it's to our favorite teams that want to throw the football. So this is going to be a real good test for us.
Well, and in case anybody out there in Radio Land or Video Land missed it, what a game last week. Franklin Peterson, with a little over a minute left, comes in and nails a 25-yard field goal to give Milbank a 22-21 win over West Central. And if nothing else, there should be some confidence coming into tonight.
Huge, big time, absolutely. And that's as big of a regular season win that I can never remember, more so than any of the one that I ever coached in. So like I was telling Coach Thompson, he can smile an extra day with that W. So like you were saying, the kids should be pretty excited. They know they're into the playoffs and got an opportunity right here to test themselves out again tonight.
So Madison wins the toss but defers, so Milbank gets the ball first. And Milbank, if you're watching our video stream, or even if you're not, they're in their camouflage jerseys tonight. Of course, military, South Dakota Army National Guard, and all veterans appreciation night here. So adds a little different touch tonight, and Milbank will get their hands on the ball first. So we'll see what Milbank does here, and we should meet Milbank's starting lineup on the line. Jack Street, Leighton Osowski, Ethan Owen, Hunter Reedy, and Carter Glow. The wide receivers, Esteban Abrego, Sam Rick, Mason Allen. Running back, Bennett Hunt. Tight end, Ethan Sire. And quarterback, Bray Bauscher. Milbank coached by head coach Mick Thompson. He's assisted by Brian Pauley, Brody Gilbertson, Jeff Trapp, Carter Bauscher, Brian Sandvig, and Connor Snaza. Madison defense, Tyson Braskamp, Ashton Dorhout, Sawyer Haig, Nolan Nielsen. Linebackers, Caleb Hodges, Caleb Peterson, Treg McGilvery, Jake Wilkins. Cornerbacks, Ethan Sims, Shane Veenhoff, and the safety is Cohen Hahn. Head coach for Madison is Joe Bundy, Zach Johnson, Jacob Ludeman, Preston Nordling, Houston Lundy, and Casey Veenhoff Wienhoff are the assistant coaches. So, Milbank will receive, like we said.
I can't believe we're at the end of the regular season already.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
it's
crazy.
Wild. And a gorgeous night here, too. No wind.
Yep. Here's the kickoff. It's a deep one. And it's going to be fielded at about the 12, up to the 20, 25, and getting outside and getting pushed out of bounds is Bennett Hunt.
Yeah, nice little return there. Got a block or two and got a good spot to start.
Correction.
I thought last week Coach Thompson did a heck of a job, especially in that in the second half, trying to work the edges, running the football, and dumping the ball out, getting Bauscher out on the edges. Did a real good job adjusting offensively last week, I thought.
He sure did. And here's a handoff, and that's a pretty nice piece of running there by Hunt. Going to get about 5-6 yards. Nice push from the big boys up front there.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of a trap there. I hope they come back to it. It looked like we pulled and had a little short trap. But the other thing, too, is Bennett Hunt, finding him to be a little bit of a hammer. You know, last week really didn't have any huge runs. I think the one he slipped on, that in that last drive that kicked the field goal, I think he scores there. But finding him offensively to be able to just get a yard or two when you need a yard or two has been huge, too.
Bauscher on the option. Bray is going to cut inside the 40 or outside the 40, the 42. Bray gets a first down.
Yeah, and I think with Bray, too, him on the edges is where he's most dangerous because he's figured out now that running, you know, this is a design run, but with them sprint outs and them boot passes and them rollouts, that running should be option number one, and his legs he's pretty dangerous.
Bray with 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, by the way, 260 rushing yards for the senior quarterback for Milbank. Those are some stats. He has 58 pass completions, 16.3 yards per completion for the senior quarterback. Bauscher in the shotgun now. Milbank at their own 43, hands it off to Hunt, and he's going to plunge ahead for about 3 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to last week, the other thing, too, is when I replayed that in my mind, we had no bad plays. You know, even a 2-yard gain on first down, you know, that's better than a holding penalty or a bad snap or something. You know, last week we had no bad plays that put us in, besides the tip pass interception. But other than that, you know, offensively, you just minimize the bad plays, and you have a good gain.
So 2nd down and 8 now for Milbank. Bauscher stands at his 40. Ball's at the 46. He's going to fake the handoff to Hunt, and Bray is not going to get very far at all. In fact, maybe about a -1 that time. Madison was waiting for him.
Yeah, we just didn't get the backside block very well there. It was a little bit slow to hit that hole, but you know, even a 3rd and 8 is much better than 3rd and 16 or something like that.
Jade Wilkins on the tackle for Madison. So the opening drive of the game, Milbank has 3rd down and 8 now, 9:48 left here in your opening quarter. Again, glad to have everybody along on the video stream, audio stream, good old-fashioned radio, YouTube page, wherever you are tonight. As Bauscher in the shotgun now again, 3rd and 8 from the 45. Bauscher is going to go out to his right. He's looking. He's going to try to get it himself, and he's going to plunge ahead, and he's not going to get to the first down. Gets out to about the 48-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and about 5 now, 4th and 6. So
I didn't really watch what happened. I was watching to see what they're going to do with Sam, and they're definitely double covering him. They had a guy on top of him, and a guy rolled over the top of it. But this first opening drive, you got a first down, got an opportunity now to get Madison pinned deep.
Ozowski punts, a nice high booming punt by Layton, and that's going to go out of bounds inside the 20. So nice job by Ozowski that time, going about to the 17-yard line. That's where Madison will take over. First down and 10.
I mean, that you know, you didn't get points, but it was still a productive opening series. You got a first down, found some stuff that maybe can work later on, and then you know, you got them pinned deep here.
Henry Wienhoff, the quarterback. The guys on the front line: Sawyer Hegg, Brody Nielsen, Nolan Fisher, Judah Overson, Ashton Dorhout. 4 wide receivers: Shane Wienhoff, Nolan Nielsen, Ethan Sims, and Miles Schneider. The running back is Caleb Hodges against Shane Wienhoff, on his way to South Dakota State University to become a jackrabbit in the football program. And so defense now, we'll see what they can do here. Gonna hand. Oh, Wienhoff is gonna keep it himself. He wants the right edge. He's tiptoeing down the sideline and gets all the way just about out to midfield. And you said it during the pregame show. It looks like his legs are a definite advantage for the quarterback.
He was just reading the backside end, and Sider just crashed really, really hard, and he just pulled it, and he was off to the races.
So Madison first down and 10 now. Wienhoff in the shotgun, back to pass, throws it up to the center of the field. That's caught at about the 47, 48-yard line.
And those are going to be tough to defend because it's quick. It's ball's coming out on them quick curls or quick hitches.
Ethan Sims on the catch that time for Madison. So second down and short now for Madison, and if I say Bulldogs, I apologize because we're both Bulldogs, of course, tonight. So Madison now with second down and 2. 8:13 left here in the opening quarter. No score on the Lewis Drug scoreboard. There's a flag, and so there's a pretty good run, but that play is going to be stopped. Somebody for Madison must have jumped early is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, they must have had a...
So that play was about a 5-yard gain. But a false start that time on Shane Wienhoff. Second down and 7 now for the Bulldogs of Madison. They are back in their own territory now at the 48-yard line. Again, second and 7. Wienhoff is going to fake the handoff, looking, back to pass, throws the bomb down to Shane, and that's too far in front of Shane Wienhoff. He had the defender beat a little bit that time,
but he had a step on him.
But the pass was way overshot that time, and I have a feeling we might see that particular play maybe once or twice more tonight, at least.
Yeah, they're going to try and knock the top off a couple of times, I bet.
I said that with my tongue fully implanted in my cheek because I am sure we will see that play again. Third down and 7 now for Madison. Henry Wienhoff in the shotgun now for the Bulldogs. Looking, back to pass. Micah with some pressure, and he's going to have to throw it away. Nice pressure that time by Micah. As Micah rushed matters, Ethan Sire came in there as well. Good defensive pressure that time by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, real good. Micah coming off the edge there, screaming, and got him flushed. The coverage on the back end was good. And that'll be if them quick hitches are going to be tough, but if we play in this zone, hopefully we can get after the quarterback a little bit when they want to try and throw the football down the field.
We did that a lot last week at West Central, too. Rush to the quarterback. I mean, then they're in the second half. He didn't have a whole lot of time at all.
None.
Really.
And we shut down the run game, and then they never really went back to it again, and which, like I said, that's to our advantage a little bit, I think.
There's a punt caught at the 20 and up to the 25, 30, and Rick is going to go out of bounds, probably wisely before he would have gotten popped downfield. So Rick gets out.
That was okay to step out there and got one block, had a nice little return. You get 6, 7, 8 yards in a punt return, you're doing pretty good.
So now Bauscher and the crew come back out.
And the biggest thing in a punt return is fielding the ball. Get that thing caught. We had a fair catch it even.
Okay, first down and 10 now for Milbank. They are at their own 33-yard line. Bauscher in the shotgun. He's going to throw the little bubble screen out to Rick, and that didn't work very well as Madison stayed home very well that time on defense.
Yeah, that one's a tough one. You got to sustain a lot. We didn't block. The slot guy didn't block very well there, but if we're going to run it that way where we're going backwards to catch the football, you got to block for a long time versus getting somewhere where he's running forward to catch it. It's a lot quicker.
Loss of about 6 on that one. Second down and 16 now for Milbank. 7 minutes left here in the opening quarter. No score. Lewis Drug scoreboard, Milbank and Madison here in the Battle of the Bulldogs. Last regular season game here tonight in Milbank. So Bauscher now, 2nd and 17. Going to hand off, and that is basically Bennett Hunt against one of their biggest defensive linemen, and Hunt was stopped after about a 2-yard gain, so about 3rd and 15 now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is kind of what I was talking about, minimizing bad plays. You lose 7-8 yards on first down, puts you really in a hole.
Yeah, and everything, of course, against a team like this, too, it seems like it's magnified. You know,
instead of having getting the field flipped again, this is going to be tough first down and try and pick up.
So 3rd and 15 now. Bauscher has got the option. He's going to flip it out, and that is going to be Hunt, and he's going to crawl ahead to about the 33, maybe. About the 33. Yeah, Henderson on the tackle.
Gonna need another big punt here. Get the field flipped again.
So Leighton Osowski back into punt formation now for Milbank with 5:42 left in the opening quarter. Snap is a little bit low. Leighton pulls it down. Another nice high booming punt. And Shane Veenhoff gets it. Goes along the sideline. Now he's going to cut it back toward the center of the field, and he's not going to get very far after that. He gets about to the 42 probably, and
yeah, we were just a little slow to get that covered. I think he had about a 14-yard return there.
Carter Glow on the tackle. Seems like I said that a lot last week as well on defense.
He had a pretty good game last week too. He'd been kind of quiet, from the beginning of the year. Man, he was having about 3 or 4 tackles for a loss, and then last week he had some good plays.
So Henry Veenhoff now in the shotgun for Madison. They're going to try the reverse to Shane Veenhoff. He gets past the first tackler, and by rights, he could have probably lost about 2 or 3 that time, but Veenhoff gets away.
That's one of them that's kind of quick. You're coming off the block, and he's got a full head of steam. There, I think if Micah had that one back, he might have dove into his legs.
So 2nd down and about 4 now for Madison. They're at their 49-yard line. 5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. No score. Battle of the Bulldogs here tonight at A.B. Campbell. Milbank and Madison both 6-2 on the season. Hodges to Veenhoff's left. They're going to throw the screen out to Shane Veenhoff again. Shane gets back again past the first tackler. He's going to be thrown out of bounds at about the 41, 42 maybe.
And a little bit of the difference there was with that screen was he wasn't running backwards to catch the football.
Right.
He was right at the line of scrimmage. It makes it just makes it quicker to get out there and get the edges.
So 4:38 left here in the opening quarter. No score. Madison is at Milbank's 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the visiting Bulldogs here tonight. Hodges on the carry. Nothing there. Right. Stopped at about the 40. He got about a yard. And
run fits real good there. The way they run the football, that was more of an inside run for them, but a lot of their run game is off the edges, and for us, the safeties are really going to have to be involved in their run fits.
Ethan Owen on the tackle for Milbank. So 2nd down and 9 now. Clock runs. 4:05 left here in the opening quarter. Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun. Going to send a running back in motion who's going to stop right off to Veenhoff's right. Veenhoff is going to take it himself and elude a couple of tacklers, and he gets down to right about the 30-yard line, and that's a 1st down for the Madison Bulldogs. And there again, that looked like kind of an option, and he just kind of kept the ball.
I think that was Micah kind of on ice skates. They're kind of getting upfield a little bit too far, and they got on our linebackers.
So, 1st down and 10 for Madison. Under 3.5 minutes left now in the opening quarter. No score. Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun for the Madison team. Snap, and there's going to be a flag. What, delay of game maybe, or movement? No, early movement, false start. Yep.
That helps a little.
So false start on Madison. That's their second penalty so far tonight.
False start on the offense. Number 16, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So 1st and 15 now for Madison. They're at Milbank's 36-yard line. First quarter, 3 minutes left in it now. Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun, back to pass, looking. Throws it out here to Shane. Nice move by Shane Veenhoff, and he's going to get inside the 20.
Pass to Shane Veenhoff. Made by Ethan Owen.
And he kind of made a nice little move along the sideline there.
Bray needed to shimmy a little bit there and break down, but that's just running Bray off and then hitching it back to the sideline, and got a quarterback that can throw on a rope like that. That's tough to defend.
He's quite a baseball pitcher, too, that Henry Veenhoff is, and I guess he throws really, really hard on the baseball field, so I guess we don't expect him to do anything different on the football field. Henry pulls it down, and he's going to follow the convoy along the right side, and Henry Veenhoff is going to be pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, they're picking
inside the 10.
I don't know. Trying to figure out if that was Ethan again. The DN crashed hard, and he's just pulling it. And it looked like it was Ethan Owen. They might have switched responsibilities, and then it comes the linebacker as the quarterback if he pulls it there. But whoever was supposed to have the quarterback comes screaming down, pinch too hard, and makes it an easy read for the quarterback.
So Henry Veenhoff now is going to hand off to Hodges, and Hodges gets away from the initial tackler, but about 3 Bulldogs bring Hodges down for about no gain that time for sure.
Yeah, we rallied the football good there.
Lawson Novi on the initial hit for Milbank.
Yeah, if we can.
Coming in now for Madison, Treg McGilvery. So Henry Veenhoff is going to hand to McGilvery this time, and McGilvery's not going to get very far. Or no, that's Hodges, I beg your pardon. Hodges on the carry.
I don't know if they got it.
It doesn't look like it from here.
No. Yep, we got him. Yep.
Carter Blow with the tackle. So the first big play of this game, perhaps right here, 4th and 1, $1:23 left here in the opening quarter, as Henry Veenhoff is checking his wrist now for the play. So 4th and short now for Madison. They're going to stay in the shotgun, though. Running back surrounding either side of Henry Veenhoff. Henry is going to take it himself, and boy, he just probably got ahead far enough, it looks like, on the spot. As Milbank kind of rallied to the ball that time, but just a little bit too late.
He did a pretty good job of just getting in behind his blockers and finding the crease. And
Osowski on the tackle for Milbank. So 1st and goal now at the 7-yard line for the Madison Bulldogs. 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. No score. Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. As Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun now. And there's another flag, another stoppage of play. And there's going to be, a timeout by Madison?
Yeah.
29 seconds left in the opening quarter. Madison takes a timeout, no score. Milbank Madison will be back with more football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
At 203 Realty in Milbank, a huge part of their formula for success is their agent team. One of those agents is Brandon Perry. Brandon is a Wilmot native, Northern State grad, and has resided in Milbank for over 22 years. Brandon joined the real estate world after 25 years of service in the National Guard. Brandon's attention to detail, patience, commitment to his customers, and willingness to put in the extra hours is what sets him apart.
Hi, this is Brandon Perry with 203 Realty. Contact us today by visiting 203-realty.com realtyrealty.com. At 203 Realty, your address is more than just a number.
So 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Madison knocking on the door here for possibly the first score of the game. Milbank 1st and 7 now for the first and goal, from the 7 for the Madison Bulldogs.
We got straight up man here.
Shane Veenhoff in motion off to the left. Trips on the left side now. Henry back to pass. Throws a zinger into Shane Veenhoff. 7-yard touchdown reception. So 25 seconds left. The Veenhoff to Veenhoff connection is good. And it's 6-0 Madison.
Yeah, Sam just gave up too much cushion and gave up the inside a little bit too much there in that quick slant. But we didn't bring the inside backers, so I don't know why they didn't bail to help on that to close that window off. They kind of were just standing in cement.
Extra point kick upcoming, and that is up and good. So it's 7-0 Madison. We'll be back with more high school football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank, 605-432-5884. Or in Ortonville, call 320-839-6145. Located in the Bank building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
And now the kickoff is upcoming. Again, Henry Veenhoff to Shane Veenhoff. 7-yard touchdown pass on the brother connection there for Madison.
We made them earn it.
Yes, we did. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like they just hit a big play on us. Yeah, I mean, the inside backers had to freeze a little bit because there was a little bit of a run fake, but oh boy, get on that football. Get on that football.
And I think Milbank did. Well, of course, Madison's pointing their way, but I think Milbank did get on it.
Well, they watched the film last week.
No, wait a minute.
They got it. No,
it is Milbank's ball. Madison was sending the offensive unit out. They were jumping around, and they thought they had it, but it's Milbank's ball. As the fans on this side of the stadium say, whew.
Yeah, and the way the official, because it's almost like one official pointed one way.
Yeah.
But it ended up being the one point that we had the football. But, yeah, that was last week. That could have been the difference of the game there.
Yeah, like you said, they certainly must have watched the film on that. That is for sure. So now Bauscher brings the troops out for Milbank. 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Madison. Bauscher, they're going to throw one up to Rick. And that's going to be out of bounds. And Rick is going to hit the track pretty hard that time.
Well, you got single coverage down here.
Well, and that's what led to, Sam actually scored a touchdown last week that way, as he caught one right along the sideline. The defender flew by, and Sam went in about the last 10, 15 yards for the touchdown. So 2nd down and 10, now 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Madison, and Bauscher's going to hand off to Hunt. Hunt wants the right side, and he's going to dive to about the 41 or 42. He dove literally for about that last 2-3 yards there.
It was kind of a nice cut back inside there, and be able to get to 3 or 4 yards. Guys had to be blocking on the inside.
And that is going to end the first quarter. After one quarter, Battle of the Bulldogs, Madison 7, Milbank nothing. Back with second quarter action in a minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
No matter how you use the internet, ITC has the perfect plan for you. Maybe you're an explorer, browsing social media and checking email. Need to step it up a notch? You might be a multitasker, seeking gaming, streaming, and remote work capabilities. For the maximizers, those who want the very best upload and download speeds with ultra-fast streaming, get 1 gig and beyond. Wherever you are, find a plan that's fiber fast and reliable. Learn more at itc-web.com.
Quitting tobacco doesn't just add more years to your life. It can add more good years. Quitting could mean more good years chasing your grandkids around the backyard, rather than years of catching your breath in the background. Quitting could mean more good years traveling our breathtaking world, rather than getting saddled with health problems like lung disease. Quitting means playing an active part in your life, rather than just letting it pass you by. Don't miss out on life's big moments. Get your life on track and live more good years. Call 1-866-SD-QUITS to get started. Paid for by the South Dakota Department of Health
and the Milbank Tobacco Coalition.
Third and 7 now upcoming here for Milbank. They are at their own 40-yard line, so it'd be nice to move the chains here at least. And Bauscher is going to throw it up on the sideline, and that was too far in front of the Rick that time.
Yeah, that just looked like 4 verticals. They were just playing man-free, had the safety in the middle of the field, and going to Sam because the safety was definitely not going to get over the top of that, but just unfortunately didn't have enough room over there and go make a play.
So 4th down, Leighton Osowski, and to punt again for Milbank. He'll stand at about his own 27-yard line. Just underway here, second quarter, 7-0 Madison. Snap is a good one. Leighton gets another good punt away. Shane Veenhoff is not going to have a chance to return it, so it'll go dead at about the 29-yard line as Bennett Hunt touches it down there for Milbank. So that's where Henry Veenhoff and the Madison Bulldogs will come back out on offense. Again, they're leading here 7-0. Both teams in at 6-2. Milbank in 7th right now in the...
Offhand, Sioux Falls Christian, do you know who their other loss was? Offhand?
Madison's?
Yeah. I can look at it.
No, I will tell you shortly. Okay. Their other loss was Lennox.
Oh, wow. Okay.
44-19. So that was, that was a big loss.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that you have that, Chad, because you are definitely prepared. You got more notes over there, and
sometimes I get in my own way almost. But
I've noticed that. I mean, you got everything over there.
Well, we're trying to keep things going here anyway. That's why I'm so happy that you're up here to do some color commentary, because I'm shuffling through all my papers.
No, you can do a pretty good job with the information over there. I have a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah. So. 2nd down and 5 now for the Madison Bulldogs. They are at their 34-yard line. Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun. He's going to hand off, and nothing there. Good defense again by Milbank that time. And, that's one thing over the whole year, overall, Coach, we have really stopped the run pretty well.
Yeah, we've done a real good job between the tackles. It's what's hurt us is when we, like when the quarterback here has that read and we're not disciplined on our run fits there. And it is hard when you got a quarterback that can flat out read. But run game on the inside, like you say, we've been pretty stout. And obviously we got a couple big fellows in there too, led by Carter Glow.
All right, 3rd and 5 now. Let's see if the defense can dig in here. Veenhoff to Shane Veenhoff looking for blocks, and there's going to be not enough there for Shane. He's going to try to keep it going, but he only gets the 35 well short of the first down. They tried to set up a screen, and Shane wanted to go outside the numbers, and, he couldn't quite get there
The run fits out there were outstanding. The corner did a really good job. I think that was Keaton out here, so he didn't give out the outside. And Micah did a real good job of finishing the play, sprinting out there so he couldn't cut it back to the inside. So, real good run fits there on the quick screen out there.
Jade Wilkins into punt now for Madison. Nice high punt. And Rick is just going to get away from it wisely that time. It does take a Madison bounce, so down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's one I think Sam just needed to come up fair catch and catch that instead of losing the 8-9 yards there.
I think he saw footsteps or heard footsteps, so coming right toward him.
Well, the up guy kind of was in the way, too. I don't know if that kind of distracted him, too, but once that hand goes up, they can't touch you, so you just come up there and catch it. But anyway.
So Milbank 1st and 10 now as Bauscher leads the team out here.
Yeah, now we need to get a couple first downs now. And points, yes, but we just got to get something.
And now there's going to be a false start on Milbank. So a 1st and 10 now becomes a 1st and 15 for the hometown Bulldogs. Again, Madison is leading here 7-0 with 9:43 left in the opening half. So like we said, 1st and 15 now for Milbank.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, you get a couple first downs here, take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. Don't necessarily, just to stay, you're in the game yet.
That is right. Bauscher now in the shotgun for Milbank. Claps his hands. He's going to hand off, and not much real estate there for Hunt. So about a 2nd and 15, probably 14 maybe.
Yeah, Madison's got a couple big old fellows in the middle too.
Yeah, they do.
Their biggest guy there, we just didn't get any push on him. He kind of just put that double team and...
2nd down and 15 now for Milbank with 9:16 left here in the second quarter. Again, 7-0. Madison is leading here in the Battle of the Bulldogs tonight in Milbank. Mason Allen, Esteban Abrego to the near side, Sam Rick to the far side. Sam goes in motion off to the left. Bauscher looking, trying to get something going, and Brego's up the center of the field. He's going to gain about the 29. So he's going to get about 6 yards or so on that carry.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to spin out of that last tackle because he would have gotten the first down. But if anything there, I don't know if that was a design quarterback draw, but did a good job getting out of there and picking up some yardage here to get us in somewhat manageable on 3rd down.
Bray with 260 rushing yards coming into this year at the quarterback, or to this game, at the quarterback position. So 3rd down and 8 now for Milbank. Bray coming out here to the near side. He's going to throw it up, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Good coverage on the back end that time. They were shooting for either Rick or Mason Allen.
Yeah, like you say, they did. They had it all covered up back there. Bray really didn't have anywhere to go with the football, and they had that guy that did a pretty good job out there on the edge and didn't allow Bray to be able to get outside.
So Madison certainly doing their homework after last week's game. There's no doubt about that. As Osowski now will set sail again with the right-footed punt. Kicking wisely again away from Wienhoff, and Shane's going to pick it up at the 19, try to make a move, and he's going to get out to the 30, and he makes about 12, 13 yards out of what could have absolutely been nothing there that time for number 4, Shane Wienhoff.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because that was a good punt.
And it took a nice Milbank roll, too, and quite honestly for Madison, Shane Wienhoff kind of did something kind of tricky there, too. He picked it up, and, I mean, like I said, he
broke
makes
the first
about 10
tackle,
yards.
and then it was a spin out of the second tackle, and...
So Henry Wienhoff now, again at quarterback, of course. Standing the shotgun for the Madison Bulldogs. Back to pass, fires the fastball, and it's going to be caught. by Ethan Sims on the reception for Madison.
That was a good play by Sam, closing out hard on that football.
But again, Henry threw that thing at probably about 100 miles an hour that time. He's got a gun. I mean, there is no doubt
laser
about that.
beams. There's no doubt, and it comes out quick. I mean,
It does, yep. Wienhoff back to pass, looking. Well, he's got a lot of time this time. He can survey the whole field. He throws it toward the center of the field. That was just about picked off by Leighton that time. And that, I think, was intended for Shane Wienhoff down the field.
Yeah, the coverage is really good on the back here, but we just unfortunately didn't generate any kind of pass rush.
So 3rd down and long now for Madison. 3rd down and 8, 7-12 left here in the second quarter. 7-0. Madison is leading here on the Lewis Family Drug Scoreboard. If you're just tuning in here on your Thursday night.
Big 3rd down here.
3rd down and 8. Henry Wienhoff, and there's going to be a flag. And now that is, since they stopped the play, is that on Madison?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be.
Or we have an encroachment.
Oh, encroachment.
Oh, man.
Well, a free 5 there for Madison, so 3rd and much more manageable now for Madison. 3rd and about 3 instead of 3rd and 8.
I'm betting it's on Micah because he's down here getting an earful from Coach Trapp. Yeah, he's been sniffing getting after quarterbacks a lot this year, and I'm sure he just was trying to gain an extra step. Unfortunately, bad penalty.
3rd and 3 now at the 42. They're going to hand off. Now there's another flag, and this must be on Madison this time. I would think, maybe. Yeah, false start. So thy giveth and thy taketh right back, I guess, if you will. So go up 5 and go back 5. That's like a dance step almost. Anyway, so now 3rd and back to the original 8.
Yeah, there we go. Again, big 3rd down here. Get a stop. And
so 3rd and 8 now. Let's see if Milbank can stop Madison here with 7:10 left in the second quarter.
Bringing some pressure.
Henry Wienhoff back to pass. They flip the screen out. And that's a good job of tackling over there. Out to Sims, but Sims did not get away. Who was that? Mason Allen out there? Maybe Leighton Osowski? Bauscher?
Yep. No, that was good open field tackling. Both those guys kind of just squeezed the football.
Yeah. That was a nice job out there. Because he could have made one jump cut and gone back to the center of the field.
Gotten the first down, but they squeezed him. Good tackle. Now we get the ball back. And
snap was actually a little bit high. And now it's going to be getting away there a little bit. Kind of a nice 3-4 yard return.
No, that was much better. We didn't lose, Sam come up and fielding that football. And
so Milbank starts at their own 35-yard line. Now, if we could get a drive together, that would be nice here.
Don't have to be greedy. Just get some first downs, run that clock. That's probably what got me into trouble sometimes coaching, because I was always thinking about all the bad scenarios all the time.
Okay, so Bauscher now in the shotgun for Milbank here. 6:25 left in the opening half. Ray double clutches that time. I think he wanted something down the field, and it was
they tried to run a bubble slant, and Madison did a pretty good job of taking away the slant. But then the guy running the bubble wheeled it, and I think he would have had him on that wheel, but we just didn't give him enough time to get that. You got to have some good pass protection, because it's going to take much longer, and we didn't get that.
So 2nd down and about 17 now for Milbank. They're at their own 28-yard line with 5:53 left here in the opening half. Trips out here to the near side for Milbank. And Bauscher now is going to take the chest-high snap, an option pitch. Nice cutback toward the center of the field, and then the ball is going to be on the ground, and that's going to be picked up by Hodges from Madison. And Hodges is going to get away, but he's going to get back to about the 49-yard line. So a turnover, a fumble, and Madison gets the ball back.
I think they're going to have a clipping here, who's going to push them back further.
Flag on the field, and you probably got the call exactly right.
We actually had two linemen that just rolling on the ground. That just assumed that they got both, either one of them or both of them got hit in the back.
So 5:26 left in the second quarter, 7-0 Madison on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard, and now the officials are talking about it. And Madison is, of course, walking backwards, so definitely, obviously, something on Madison here. And we'll catch it now over the loudspeaker.
Illegal blindside block, number 71 on the fumble return team. 15 yards, 17 run, first down, Madison.
So illegal block in the back.
Yep, which that helped. I mean, get him. Yeah. Bennett just kind of trying to get more than he needed there and fumble the football, but
again, the defense will be called on here to.
We've been holding pretty good.
We have been, yep.
You know, the last couple of years have been 3 and outs. Now we just need a big play here.
Turnover would be nice.
Turnover, yep.
Wienhoff back to pass, looking, fires the fastball to Shane, but a little bit far in front of Shane Wienhoff that time. Shane hits either side of his helmet with his hands, but that was way in front of Shane that time there. I don't think there's any way that he could have caught up to that.
Yeah, he's got some speed because we were right with him till about the last 10 yards, and he had another gear.
And again, the laser shot by Henry. Oh, my heavens.
Yeah, he throws I don't know if he knows a changeup. I think it's all fastballs.
I think it's all fastballs. Yeah. So Henry Wienhoff now back to pass, setting up the screen, and
boy.
And that's going to be first down. Well, yeah, first down by Sims.
Be a penalty on Madison's celebration there.
Yeah,
I don't like that. But anyway, yeah, they set that pretty nice because it was a middle screen, but they were showing it like they were running a bubble screen to the high side of the field out there on the wide side, and we were screaming to that, and we had one linebacker, and they ate him up.
Now Sam has his helmet off a little bit here. Sam Rick, I hope he's okay. I think he got hit pretty hard again. I don't know how many times in a game that kid gets hit so hard. I don't know, he's got his helmet kind of half on top of his head now. I don't know, we'll see if he goes back out on the field. Hopefully Sam is okay. He's kind of bending over a little bit at the waist. So 5:11 left in the second quarter, 7-0 Madison. First down Bulldogs from Madison. Somebody must have taken a timeout.
No, Madison has a guy down.
Oh, Madison has a guy down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. At first, when you were talking about Sam, I was thinking, well, is Sam down? And then I saw him standing over there.
Well, he was standing, but he was kind of bending over at the waist. So, okay, I totally got that one wrong.
I thought it was a Madison guy from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they had a couple of coaches running over, and then you're talking about Sam, and I'm kind of...
Yeah,
but you're right, yeah, because I think Sam was involved in the collision.
Yeah.
But again, Madison, that was a good execution by Madison.
Yeah, that was. Yep,
setting up that middle screen and.
And they do once they get. They have some pretty good speed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that. And not only the velo on the balls that are thrown by Henry Wienhoff, but they have speed on the footwise too.
In their passing game, it's tough to generate a pass rush because it's all quick stuff. It's quick hitches, quick curls, and then they got the screen game out there, and the ball's coming out. And they got a quarterback that can get rid of the football quick.
Yeah. Again, don't forget, Saturday will be Coach's Corner. I keep wanting to say tomorrow. I keep thinking this is Friday night. But anyway, it's Thursday night. Of course, playoffs start next Thursday night. I believe October 30th for Class 11A and above. Now they're in playoffs already for Class 11B and below here tonight. We'll try to catch up to some of those scores maybe here during the halftime show.
Yeah, if we win, to be honest with you, I don't know. It'll change a little bit where we end up, but if we lose, I think it'll be either going to Del Rapids or we could turn around and play Madison again.
Yeah, well,
we just need to go win, then really change it up.
And that is number, can't see for Madison, but anyway.
16?
16, yeah. That young man is Miles Schneider, 6'3", 155-pound senior for the Madison Bulldogs. Well, he's favoring that left ankle or knee or something. Again, like I always say, we wish nothing but the best for the young man.
Yeah, he was the receiver out here blocking, and he must have got rolled up in on or...
Yeah, so he's going off with a lot of help. Of course, a person on each side of him, so we should tell you, you're in tune to Classic Hits 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM, KMSD, Milbank, South Dakota. Streaming audio and video, bigstoneradio.com, our YouTube page as well. And so now, first down and 10 for Madison. They are in Milbank territory at the 48-yard line. All right, so we'll see if the defense can dig in here now. 5:07 left here in the second quarter. 7-0 Madison on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Hand off to Hodges. Hodges ducks inside the 45. Well, just gets the 45, I guess. So about a 3-yard gain or so. Second down and about 7 now for Madison. They're at Milbank's 45-yard line.
Yeah, we must have, I wasn't really paying attention how we played it with the D end down here, but we must have played it much better because he gave it to the running back versus pulling it.
So 4.5 left here in the second quarter. Henry Wienhoff to Shane Wienhoff, and that is going to be well enough for the first down. They needed 7. They got about 13 or so that time. So,
yeah, that's so tough to defend because it's coming out so quick, and we're playing off because we're worried about the play over the top, and he's just running it right to the sticks, and got a quarterback that's throwing on a rope.
That's a nice little weapon they have there for sure for Madison. As Henry Wienhoff again in the shotgun yet for the Bulldogs. Goes off to his right. Ozowski screaming in. Sims on the completion that time, and he gets just about to the 20-yard line. So another first down for Madison. Now this is kind of a methodical drive here for the Bulldogs of Madison. They're at Milbank's 21 now with plenty of time left here in the second quarter, 3:48, as the Milbank high school and middle school bands will perform here at halftime tonight, band night. So Henry Wienhoff now back to pass, looking, hits number 7 that time, a completion.
Yeah, just running quick curls by the slot guy,
Nolan Nielsen. I'm going to guess he's a basketball player at 6'7". I don't know, just a guess. Anyway, Nielsen reeled that one in. Second down and about 3 now for the Bulldogs from Madison. They're at Milbank's 14-yard line with 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. 7-0 Madison. Wienhoff back to pass, and
Oh, my.
Shane Wienhoff comes up with a circus catch, kind of a twisting catch. I don't know, that's kind of hard to even describe.
I don't know
that
if
time.
it was a back shoulder fade or what they were doing.
He
but
caught that off his shoe tops.
Yeah, they threw it back to the sideline, and no, that was a well-run route and a well-run football, or throwing football.
So 13-0 now Madison on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Extra point kick. Snap, spot, kick is up, and that is good. So we change the scoreboard now to 14-0 Madison. We'll be back with more Bulldog football in 1 minute or 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Ortonville Area Health Services offers professional driving assessments to help you or your loved one stay safe and confident behind the wheel. Whether you're recovering from an injury, adjusting to new medications, or noticing age-related changes in vision or mobility, this evaluation can help. Each assessment is conducted by Wayne Dardis, a licensed occupational therapist and driver rehabilitation professional, and includes cognitive screening, vision screening, and physical assessment. To schedule your driving assessment, call OAHS 320-839-6157.
And welcome back to A.B. Campbell Stadium. A 13-yard connection on kind of a circus catch that time. A shoe top catch, actually, by Shane Wienhoff for Madison from Henry Wienhoff. Extra point kick added on. So it's 14-0 Madison. Tyler Troxel, by the way, is the freshman kicker for the Madison Bulldogs.
Yeah, just unfortunate in the last two series we had offensively, we just couldn't get anything going, and
that's going to be gathered in at the 25. They get out to about the 32. Sam Rick on the return, so that's where Milbank will start. First down and 10 at the 32. And Madison gets the ball to start quarter number 3, so it'd be kind of nice if Milbank could get to something, maybe a score here perhaps. Bray Bauscher now in the shotgun. He's going to throw a pass out, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be a nice pitch and catch that time, I think. Sam Rick.
Yeah, just an interesting route where he was coming from, but Madison's doing a pretty good job on our when we try and sprint out. They're just blitzing it hard and found Sam, and that's the first down we needed the last couple of series we had.
That's right. So Milbank at their own 47 now with 2:25 left here in the second quarter. 14-0 Madison. As Bauscher in the shotgun now for Milbank. Now he's going to come out here to the near side, looking. He's going to throw it up, and that's going to be...
Yeah, that's one there, I think, Bray.
Out of bounds.
Just stick your foot in the ground, take off and run.
They'll make it 2nd and 10.
Because that inside linebacker, he turned and bailed. Yeah, Madison's doing a pretty good job getting there because, on our sprint out stuff, we're pretty dangerous there, but they're doing a real good job of getting hooked up and
covering it.
Yeah.
So 2:08 left here now in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Madison here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Bauscher now takes the low snap. He's going to hand it off. And there's Bennett Hunt with a head of steam.
Get another block.
Bennett Hunt.
There we go. Get another block, Sam.
Bennett Hunt all the way into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. 53-yard run to the house that time by Bennett Hunt. That is what we needed right there.
Yeah, we needed it big time. Just unfortunately, we didn't get it a couple of series ago. But guys in front, he hit that hole so hard. He run right through the arm tackles of the linebackers. And then Sam Rick out here, he not only catches footballs, but he made two really good. I mean, they weren't devastating blocks, but he got enough of two different guys. And then Bennett finished it off running through another tackle and getting in the end zone. No, that was
Franklin Peterson in for the extra point kick. And that is going to be blocked by Madison. But what a run to the house. 53 yards by Bennett Hunt. We'll be back with more Bulldog football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Pro Image Partners. Pro Image Partners. So many reasons why you can turn to us. We'll help you show your pride. You want the best for work or play. We're your one-stop image shop. We'll help you show your pride. ProImagePartners.com.
So Bennett Hunt with the 53-yard house call that time for Milbank. As Bennett Hunt just scored his fourth rushing touchdown of the season. He averaged 4.7 yards per carry before that carry right there.
There was a lot of good things on that. No, there was a lot of good things to like there. Blocking was good. Bennett hit that hole hard. Sam with two good blocks out on the edge.
Here's the ensuing kickoff now, and Shane Veenhoff tackled. Shane Veenhoff, the ever-dangerous Shane Veenhoff, gets out to about the 45-yard line. So now there's still an eternity left here in the second quarter for Madison.
They got a lot of clock and good field position, and it's unfortunate with all that excitement to get back in here and get a score. And
well, maybe the defense can.
Here we are.
Turn the tables here. 14-6 Madison now with $1.50 left here in the second quarter. Henry Veenhoff back to pass, looking, is running out of time. He's the ever elusive Henry Veenhoff though, but he's going to, after all that juking and jiving, he's still going to lose about a yard that time.
Yeah, got him sacked. That would count as a sack.
Yeah,
Mike, they had good coverage on the back end. Micah got some pressure off the edge, make him step up. And
so Madison now kind of in the hurry up. They've still got 2 timeouts left. Henry, lots of time to pass. Henry Veenhoff is looking, and
there we are.
And getting him down is Leighton Osowski. Nice job by Leighton. Boy, that must have been real good coverage on the back end.
Yeah, we had everything all covered up back there, and it made it even difficult because then you guys, scramble, and the receivers, they get a scramble drill. They're just going to, the deep guys come shallow, and the shallow guys go deep trying to get open. And
I catch myself watching the ball more, but yeah, I'm sure it must have been coverage on the back end really, really good that time. 45 seconds left here in the second quarter. 14-6. Madison is on top, and they have the ball now on their own 38-yard line. Snap a little bit low. Henry Veenhoff picks it up. Henry all kinds of time, and he throws a fastball down to Shane, who tiptoes on the sidelines, and I think they're going to give him the catch. Or no, incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete.
That was my mistake.
Out of bounds.
That wasn't Shane either. That was my mistake.
Yeah, there he had too much time because our pass rush lanes broke down.
So 4th down.
But going to get off the field, get him stopped.
Yeah, without any more scoring.
Yep.
Exactly. Maybe Sam can break one here.
That'll work.
And that's going to be a pretty nice return. Was that Mason Allen?
Yep.
Gets out to about the 50, so we got a couple shots left here.
Yeah, I think so. I think here, now that you're at the 50, you could dial something up to get Sam down the field, and if it doesn't go, then I think you kneel on it.
Well, we will see what
Otherwise, you get something quick, call timeout, and then you get a little bit closer and get one shot into the end zone.
Well, that's why I'm up here and not down there. So we're going to see what happens here. 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Bauscher looking. He's going to throw it up. And that is going to be incomplete. And I think Rick became the defender that time.
Yeah, that just was not, that was not a very good throwing football by Bray there. I was watching, I don't understand why they're not playing somebody over the top, especially here. Sam just had one guy and hit the ball to the sideline. He might have been going to the house.
Well, we'll take that. 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. 14-6 Madison. 203 Realty halftime show coming up here. You're listening to Classic Hits 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM KMSD, Milbank, South Dakota. And Bauscher now goes out. Looking, and he's going to throw it on the sideline too low, and that was Mason Allen, the intended receiver. 4 seconds left, so one play left. Of course, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty, so I bet we'll see Bray probably, well, I don't know. I think Milbank's going to take a timeout here and talk about it.
Yeah, that last one would have been nice to get caught there because that would have been another 10 yards closer because then you could actually have gotten the ball to the end zone.
And I think, Doug, we're going to keep it right here. So Milbank takes the timeout. Again, don't forget Pro Image Partners, All Sports Friday tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's Friday with Adam and Jeff Carino during the about 8:45 to 10 o'clock time slot. And then, of course, Coach's Corner on Saturday morning. And, so we're here at Milbank in the final regular season game for these teams. Playoffs start on Thursday night. Time, of course, and place and opponent to be determined yet. Should be probably figured out yet, I would guess, later tonight even probably. But Jeff Carino, I'm sure, will have it tomorrow for you, where the playoff matchups are going to be. So 4 seconds left, and I'm assuming the timeout. Yes, we're going to probably try one more play here, obviously.
Maybe we got a hitch and pitch or.
So here it is. Bauscher looking. Pocket is collapsing. Bray goes out to his right. He's going to throw it up. Rick comes down with the jump ball. And that is going to end the half, though, but Milbank will not be able to score anymore as Sam hauls that in at about the 13, but that will bring it to half.
Pads the stats a little.
There we go. All right, so we are at halftime. The Lewis Family Drug Scoreboard, Madison 14, Milbank 6. We'll open up the 203 Realty halftime show coming up in 3 minutes here on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
At the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank, they're putting your taste buds to the ultimate test with their new Too Hot to Handle menu. First up, the Jalapeno Burger Melt, a juicy burger on Texas toast with pepper jack cheese and a fiery kick of jalapeno poppers and chipotle sauce. Next, get a hold of their Buffalo Chicken Ciabatta, spicy, saucy, and delicious. And for the fearless, there's the 3-alarm roast beef sandwich. Come on down to the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank and see if you have what it takes. It's too hot to handle, but just right to eat.
You don't have to live with aches and pains. See Dr. Matt at Chiropractic in Motion. With a minor adjustment, headaches, numbness, and pain can be relieved. Dr. Matt is the type of chiropractor that helps his patients by correcting the problem with as few visits as possible. Chiropractic in Motion looks forward to seeing their customers outside of the office, enjoying their lifestyle with a smile. The next time you have aches and pains, count on the helping hands of Dr. Matt. He's there when you need him. Chiropractic in Motion, Sports Injury and Family Wellness Center, Highway 12, Milbank. Johnson Family Dentistry wants to remind you of the steps to a bright and healthy smile for life. Remember to brush your teeth 3 times each day. Use mouthwash after brushing. And floss your teeth each day. Visit Johnson Family Dentistry twice a year for regular cleaning and checkups. And be sure and change your toothbrush every 3 months. Dr. Johnson and Dr. Holmquist are now accepting new patients. Call Johnson Family Dentistry in Milbank. More information at milbankdentist.com.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump. To make life easier.
To spend less.
way to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun. Oh, they keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Member FDIC.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brands and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabrics, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug. Everyday savings close to home.
Haslam Construction in Ortonville, Minnesota is known for their quality work. Additions to the Valley Queen Cheese Factory and First Bank & Trust, St. Lawrence School, Milbank Elementary, Ortonville Area Health Services, and the Big Stone County Highway Department Garage, and so many other projects over the years. They are known for their quality work and professionalism on the job. That's what makes Haslam Construction the contractor you want for your building projects. Go with the people you trust. Haslam Construction, Ortonville, Minnesota.
And welcome into the 203 Realty halftime show. Band night here, middle school band on the field right now for Milbank. Again, you're in tune to the 203 Realty halftime show. 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs. Buyers and sellers, visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. Well, Madison is leading Milbank here 14-6 tonight in the Battle of the Bulldogs. Let's tell you how this happened. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-yard pass from Henry Wienhoff to Shane Wienhoff. Extra point kick good. Madison leads 7-0 at that point, and that's the way the quarter would end after one. 2:51 left in the second quarter. Henry Wienhoff again to Shane Wienhoff, this time from 13 yards out. Extra point kick good, 14-0. Madison leads at that point. And then with minute 56 left in the second quarter, a 53-yard touchdown run by Bennett Hunt. Extra point kick, no good, 14-6 Madison. And that's where we are here at halftime intermission in the 203 Realty halftime show. So again, bringing in Jeremy Tostenson here, well within striking distance. Defense dug in kind of again at the right times, and I think, like you mentioned a couple times during the broadcast, we haven't really, fortunately, given up the real big play to this point, a real big play anyway, and of course Bennett's run to the house was nice with some helpful blocking, of course, along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything Madison has gotten, they've had to earn it, and defensively, we've had some good 3-and-outs, some good stops. Both of their one of their scores they had the short field on, but defense has kind of kept us in there offensively. That first drive we got a first down. We've just kind of stalled a little bit, not being able to get anything going up until Bennett's big long run to get us to a one-score game. But yeah, we're right there where we need to be, and the longer we can kind of hang around and have an opportunity at the end, the better.
Well, we saw exactly that last week at West Central. The longer we hung around, well, we saw what happened. 22-21, Milbank came out the victor. So you just never know. That's why they tee it up, and that's why we play the game. So yeah, exactly right. Well within striking distance. Of course, Madison gets the ball to start to quarter number 3, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of halftime adjustments here on either side, and the chess match between 2-6 and 2 teams should be kind of fun to see here in the second half.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Pauly dials up some blitzes. The one thing there is Madison, like I was saying, a lot of their passing game is quick. With the quarterback coming out hot, it's tough to get any pressure there. But and then offensively, we've ran the ball a couple times in that first drive on the inside, and then we hit that big one. So see what kind of adjustments we make throwing the football, because obviously Madison's taken away any of our sprint game or anything that we try and throw the football on the edges.
Well, you're tuned to the 203 Realty halftime show. We're going to take another break, and then I'll be back with some scores from around the state of South Dakota. Of course, 11B and below have entered the football playoffs already, Class 11A and above, still regular season, of course. We'll catch up with some scores coming up on the other side of the break. We'll be back with more of the 203 Realty halftime show coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40. Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and they've been innovating ever since. The one that started it all, the number one seed to beat, the one for you. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Ag Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
Dreaming of a getaway? Escape to Schmidt's Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch your bass, or just enjoying the stunning views, Schmidt's Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmidt's Landing. Visit schmidtslanding.com and like them on Facebook.
And welcome back to A.B. Campbell Stadium. Again, the Battle of the Bulldogs. Milbank is trailing here. Madison is leading 14-6 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Again, you're in tune to the 203 Realty halftime show here. And let's get to some scores from around the state of South Dakota tonight. First of all, in 11A, West Central is leading Vermilion at halftime, 27-10. Lennox is leading Del Rapids at halftime, 20-14. Of course, this one here, Madison over Milbank, 14-6 at half. Also at half, Belfouche is leading Rapid City Christian 7-0. At the half, Sioux Falls Christian is leading Dakota Valley 34-3. Also at halftime, Canton against Tri-Valley. Canton is leading 17-13. Again, senior night, band night here, military appreciation, South Dakota National Guard night as well, and all veterans, of course, always appreciated, obviously, and all kinds of things going on here tonight at A.B. Campbell Stadium. And back to the scores now. And in 11B, Dual is leading at halftime over McCook Central Montrose, 22-14. Now this is first round of playoffs for 11B, and Wagner is leading Chamberlain at halftime, 27-0. At the end of the first half, Clark Willow Lake is leading Groton area, 22-0. That's in 11B. In Class 9 AA, Kimball White Lake defeated Britton Hecla tonight, 14-7. In the second quarter, Hamlin all over Scotland Menno tonight, 57-0. Parkston is shutting out Bennett County, 37-0 at halftime. And let's see here. Great Plains Lutheran is getting shut out at half, 26-0 by Hill City. In Class 9A, Castlewood beat Dupree 46-12. Ipswich all over Harding County Bison 58-8. At halftime, it's Phillip over Esteline Hendricks 22-8. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Alcester Hudson is shutting out Dubrook area 20-0. And let's see, Warner is leading at halftime over Timber Lake 28-6. That in Class 9A. And in Class 9B, let's see, Fulton area in the second is leading Burke 47-16. And Sioux Falls Lutheran is leading Iroquois Lake Preston at half in 9B, 42-6. Now in 11 AA tonight, Aberdeen and Central and Watertown are scoreless at halftime. Yankton is shutting out Mitchell in the third quarter, 28-0. Brookings is leading Huron 8-6 at halftime. Our score right here is Madison 14, Milbank 6 in the Battle of the Bulldogs here tonight at A.B. Campbell Stadium. Again, our playoffs start next Thursday night, and you will find out where Milbank will go. Of course, we got a half of football left to play here, of course, as well. And again, you're in tune to the 203 Realty halftime show here on a Thursday night in Milbank. We'll be back to close off the 203 Realty halftime show coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust. Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank area healthcare campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy, located in the Milbank area healthcare campus.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota, streetgraphics.com.
At 203 Realty in Milbank, a huge part of their formula for success is their agent team. One of those agents is Brandon Perry. Brandon is a Wilmot native, Northern State grad, and has resided in Milbank for over 22 years. Brandon joined the real estate world after 25 years of service in the National Guard. Brandon's attention to detail, patience, commitment to his customers, and willingness to put in the extra hours is what sets him apart.
Hi, this is Brandon Perry with 203 Realty. Contact us today by visiting 203-realty.com. At 203 Realty, your address is more than just a number.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank, 605-432-5884, or in Ortonville, call 320-839-61 6145. Located in the Milbank building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
No matter how you use the internet, ITC has the perfect plan for you. Maybe you're an explorer, browsing social media and checking email. Need to step it up a notch? You might be a multitasker, seeking gaming, streaming, and remote work capabilities. For the maximizers, those who want the very best upload and download speeds with ultra-fast streaming, get 1 gig and beyond. Wherever you are, find a plan that's fiber fast and reliable. Learn more at itc-web.com.
And I know y'all are wondering, if you're not watching or listening, San Diego or the Los Angeles Chargers are leading Vikings 14-3 at about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Well, coming up for the Bulldog cross country team, as golf and tennis, of course, are over already for the season. Cross country, the state is at Huron on Saturday, so good luck to the Bulldog cross country girls and boys teams in Huron on Saturday. And the volleyball team, they will be at Groton for their final regular season tune-up before tournament time, October 28th at Groton, which would be next Tuesday night. Of course, again, the 11A football playoffs will start next Thursday, and we will tell you, of course, as soon as we know where Milbank will be playing and who they will be playing. Of course, that'll be determined later tonight. So, so that's going to close off the 203 Realty halftime show. Again, 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs. Buyers and sellers, visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. All right, so we bring in again Jeremy Tostenson. Jeremy, what's the recipe here for the second half?
Well, you're talking about the Vikings score. I saw something on here where a guy said, "I hope we get to see Fran Tarkington." That was pretty funny.
You just never know.
Yeah,
okay, probably not.
Yeah,
but anyway,
no, I thought that was kind of funny. But no, I think get a 3 and out here and get right back to work and. But this drive will just be big getting a 3 and out and get a stop, just so they can't have any momentum to start the third quarter off.
Exactly. All right. So Milbank will kick off here to start quarter number 3. Again, it's 14-6 Madison here at halftime.
Oh, Squibb. He onside it. Oh.
And Milbank, a little trickery there, trying the onside, kind of a squib kick, but Madison does cover at the 45-yard line, their own 45. So
I'm in on that. I liked it. It's just unfortunate that ball, that last bounce, it went straight out versus going straight up, and that was just enough time for them to get it covered before we could get to it.
Well, and kind of like the fake punt like we did at West Central last week, too, is kind of a surprise. So Henry Veenhoff now back to pass, looking, fires a fastball, and that's going to be caught. 13-yard gain. Nielsen on the reception.
Yeah, that's so difficult. Ben and Hunt getting underneath that on that curl route. It was a better job there. He was a lot closer than he was in the first half, but that's so hard to defend because they get trips out here and they got one guy going to the sidelines. That takes Leighton out of it, and that inside backer, if you're not playing man, he's got to cover a lot of ground to get to that curl.
So they send trips out here to the near side now, one wide out to the left. Now they send Sims in motion off to the left. And Veenhoff pump fakes.
Yeah, again, Mike
looking, and he's going to be brought down at about the 35, 36-yard line.
Yeah, he was able to get that pass rushing lanes. Mike needs to be coming off the edge versus going on the inside, and it was just easy to him to get outside and scramble.
2nd down and 4 now for the Madison Bulldogs. They're at Milbank's 36-yard line here. Henry Veenhoff again in the shotgun for Madison. Going to hand off to Hodges. Hodges keeps the motor running, and he's going to get inside the 30, a first down for Madison at about the Milbank 29. First down and 10 for the Madison Bulldogs here to open the third quarter, and they're on a pretty good drive here starting out.
Yeah, that just a couple big chunk plays and
so now Henry Veenhoff again in the shotgun. Hodges immediately off to his left. Hand off again to Hodges. He's got a head of steam, and he's going to do a somersault and get to about the 20.
Yeah, they had that wing in motion. They just had a wham block, trap their defensive end, and
so Hodges a couple of pretty good runs here to open up the third quarter for Madison. 2nd and 3 now at Milbank's 22-yard line. Madison is leading here 14-6 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Henry Veenhoff again to Hodges. Hodges wants the left side, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16, 15-yard line.
Yeah, we did a better job of spilling that, not getting kicked out, and he bounced it to the outside, and then we just weren't there to clean it up.
So Madison is at Milbank's 17-yard line. First down and 10 for Madison. Veenhoff is going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. That was across the field throw that time, and that's Nielsen that brings that one in. Not very long of a gain. Ryan Keaton on the tackle for Milbank.
Oh, throwing that hitch route out here. Ryan did a pretty good job coming up making that tackle.
So 2nd down and 7 now, with 8.5 left here in the third quarter. Ball is at Milbank's 15-yard line. Veenhoff back to pass, being rushed in the matters a little bit. Going to throw it out, and that's caught.
Veenhoff's pass complete to number 14, Casey Gust.
I don't know why Ryan come off his guy.
17-yard touchdown pass.
They wanted to try and throw that hitch route by the middle guy out in the trips out there, and they adjusted their coverage out there and took it away. Leighton went with him. That's where they wanted to go with the football, and then got him flushed. And then unfortunately Ryan, thinking he was going to take off and run, but as a corner, you don't, till he crosses the line of scrimmage, you stay on your guy.
Extra point kick is no good. So 20-6, Madison is leading. We'll be back with more high school football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Quitting tobacco doesn't just add more years to your life. It can add more good years. Quitting could mean more good years chasing your grandkids around the backyard rather than years of catching your breath in the background. Quitting could mean more good years traveling our breathtaking world rather than getting saddled with health problems like lung disease. Quitting means playing an active part in your life rather than just letting it pass you by. Don't miss out on life's big moments. Get your life on track and live more good years. Call 1-866-SD-QUITS to get started. Paid for by the South Dakota Department of Health
and the Milbank Tobacco Coalition.
So Madison comes out of the halftime locker room, and they hang a 17-yard touchdown pass, Veenhoff to Kason Gust, the receiver that time for the Madison Bulldogs, and they take a 20-6 lead as the extra point kick was no good. So 20-6 Madison, and the ensuing kickoff now is coming up. And that is going to be a kick out of bounds by the Madison Bulldogs.
Hey, we think we would just take the ball here. Yeah, that was just an unfortunate. Yeah, they just kind of got after us, took it right down the field and scored.
Yeah, we had a little momentum kind of going into halftime there, and Madison for the moment kind of has grabbed that momentum back here now, but Milbank will take the ball at the 35-yard line now. First down and 10 for Milbank. Rick goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Hunt, and not much there.
That was made by number 71, Ashton Dorhout.
Number 71 on the tackle that time.
You would think that'd be the one guy we'd want to block.
Ashton Dorhout, 6'4", 270-pound junior for the Madison Bulldogs.
We're fortunate that we got at least back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10 now for Milbank here with 7:45 left in the third quarter, 20-6. Madison is leading here. Bauscher claps his hands, back to pass, looking. Bray has some open field. He wants to cut it to the outside.
There we go.
Bray, a nice run that time. He kind of took off, nothing really open. I think he wanted to get something to Sam initially, but nothing there. So Bray gets about 12 or so on that carry. First down and 10 Bulldogs of Milbank. They're at their own 45.
And that's what Bray can do. His feet are dangerous. And
so first down and 10 Milbank now. They are at their own 45-yard line. See if they can respond to Madison's latest score here. Again, 20-6 Madison is leading. Oh, the snap is low, and it's going to be actually Hunt picks it up. And then there's a whistle. The ball comes loose, but the whistle, I heard the whistle long before the ball came loose. So Milbank does at least stay on the ball this time and keep the ball, I should say. Second down and 10.
And fortunately got back to the line of scrimmage as well.
That was kind of a low snap, and Bray could not pick it up, but Hunt was right there, fortunately. So under 7 minutes left here in the third quarter, excuse me. It is 20-6 Madison on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Bauscher in the shotgun. He's going to pull the ball down. He looks for Sam, and there it is. And Sam Rick is going to step out at about the 42-yard line. That's exactly what you called it, and there we go.
Yeah, just the way Bray threw it, just kind of right in the hole. Sam just stopped, and a couple first downs here. I will say this, them gold helmets under the lights, that shine, I like that.
That does look sharp, doesn't it?
That's pretty.
That is nice. 6:38, yes.
Hear that word pretty on the football field, but...
And Bauscher is going to, did he pitch that or did he keep it himself?
He kept it.
He kept it. He faked the pitch that time.
Well, like he was going to give it, and then got in behind Bennett. And
Number 52, Sawyer Haig.
Sawyer Haig on the tackle for the Madison Bulldogs. First and 10, now second and 10 for Milbank.
When we've gotten big 71 blocked, we've been able to run the football between the tackles. When we haven't, hasn't been very good.
So 6:09 left here in the third quarter, 20-6. Madison is leading here in the Battle of the Bulldogs tonight. Milbank at Madison's 42-yard line. Bauscher now is going to go out to his right, now back to his left. He's going to throw it up, and that's going to be a jump ball. And nobody came down with it that time, as Shane Wienhoff was right in the craw that time of Sam Rick.
Yeah, if Bray would have had time to set his feet, he didn't have the time. If he would have, I think he would have been able to throw that one a little bit tighter and had a chance there when he just kind of floated up in the air and gave the defender an opportunity to get to the ball.
Third and 10 now for the Milbank Bulldogs. 5:47 left here in the third quarter. Again, 20-6. Madison is leading. Boucher back to pass. He throws it up, and that is going to be a break. Oh, and that's got to be pass interference, and it is. Sims is looking around like, what's the call? But that is pass interference.
Yeah, he just rode us right out of bounds, had no idea where the ball was.
He was not even looking at the ball.
He was
not
just
at all.
pushing us right to the sideline, and that right there is pass interference.
So that's a big break for Milbank, potentially.
Unfortunately, we got Carter Glow down here. His shoulder pad's off.
Oh,
that ain't good.
No, it's not.
Looks like his shoulder.
So Boucher in the shotgun now. He's going to pitch the ball, and ooh, that went nowhere except backwards that time. Bennett Hunt is going to be throwing back at almost the 35-yard line.
I thought this play earlier wasn't going to be so hot either, because Madison is doing is, and when we sprint out or try and get anything out to the edge, that outside linebacker, he's just basically blitzing it. Whenever they're coming at him, he's just coming to blow it up. And he about stole the football.
Yeah, no kidding. 2nd down and 16 now, Milbank, with 5:06 left here in the third quarter. And the ball is at Madison's 33-yard line. Boucher looking. He's going to throw it up, and that's going to be intercepted that time by Sims. And he's going to be at about the 12-yard line. And he got the pass interference call against him, and then he picks one off.
Yeah, unfortunately, that ball was way underthrown because we didn't get big old 71 blocked. He was right in Bray's face, and Bray didn't have anything on that throw to let Sam an opportunity to go get it.
So Madison on the interception takes over deep in their own territory at the 11-yard line. So we'll see now if Milbank can come up with something big here on defense. With 4:49 left here in the third quarter, Madison leads 20-6. Veenhoff in the shotgun now, back to pass. A quick screen to Shane Veenhoff, looking for blocks, cuts back toward the center of the field. Still on his feet, and he's going to dive, not quite the 20-yard line. And now we got bodies laying all over the place. Rick was laying down, now he's up. A Madison Bulldog was laying down, he gets up. Leighton Osowski on the tackle for Milbank.
Yeah, Leighton doesn't get that tackled. He might be into the end zone.
Henry Veenhoff back to pass. Looking, he's going to take it himself, gets the first down and more.
Yeah, they brought pressure off that side, and we got sucked inside and let him have the edge on us.
And now a Bulldog, Milbank, is laying down just about in midfield. I think it looks like a cramp.
Not enough pickle juice.
No. Didn't catch who's got the cramp out there for Milbank, but anyway, 3:58 left here in the third quarter. Madison is leading 20-6 on the Lewis Family Drug Scoreboard. Again, don't forget First Choice Realty, All Sports Friday tomorrow morning from 8:45 till about 10 with Jeff and Adam. So they're still attending to, well, that's Leighton Osowski that was laying down on the field. I think, well, I'm not a doctor, but it looks like maybe just a cramp.
Yeah, the way they were stretching it, cat in the calf.
So Madison now with the 1st and 10. They are at their own 26-yard line with 3:58 left here in the third quarter. Madison is leading Milbank here 20-6. Last regular season game of the year here for these teams. Playoffs start next week. Wienhoff is going to take it himself, a design quarterback keeper. Boy, he's going to pay the price. He didn't get very far that time. I think Bauscher came up that time to put on a pretty good hit that out to a 1-yard gain, I guess.
Yeah,
what I'm trying
run
to say.
fits were much better there when he pulled it. And
so 3:53, he was pushed out of bounds, was Wienhoff. So the ball is still 2nd down and 10 now for the Madison Bulldogs. 3:53 left here in the third quarter. And Henry Wienhoff now in the shotgun, back to pass, looking. Sims in the center of the field. Nice open field tackle that time. Otherwise, that could have gone for a lot more as well.
yeah, they do a real good job of running them quick curls or hook routes or whatever. And like we've talked about before, the ball's coming out hot. And
didn't catch who made the tackle, but that was a nice open field tackle that time for Milbank.
But yeah, we got to get off the field here. 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
We've adjusted our coverage now, and we're playing some man free. That'll tighten things up on them quick throws.
Wienhoff is going to throw it up. That's going to be out of bounds. That was very much more nice coverage that time. You called it.
We went to some man coverage, man free, playing a free safety over the top, and then by doing that, you're going to take away them quick routes. Because they wanted to go back to that curl. They were running the same exact play and took it away and got a little pressure and got them to 4th down.
So Madison back to punt now with 3:10 left here in the third quarter. Madison is leading 20-6 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard, but now Milbank will get the ball back in pretty good field position. Snap, punt, mile-high punt in the air.
Get out of the way.
And that is going to take not much of a bounce, actually, either way. That's going to be touched dead at about the 41, so Milbank goes back on offense now at their own 41-yard line with 2:58 left here in the third quarter. It'd be nice if we could push something in there.
Yeah, got the 3 and out here. We got good field position.
And didn't see, you said Carter had his shoulder pads off. I don't see his shoulder pads off anymore.
He must be back out there.
Okay, so now Milbank back on the attack here, trailing 20-6. 2:58 left here in the third quarter. Bauscher in the shotgun for Milbank, sending Rick in motion. They're going to hand it off to Bennett Hunt. Bennett is going to get about 3 yards. Hodges, the linebacker, one of the linebackers, making the tackle for the Madison Bulldogs. 2nd down and 7 now for Milbank. Again, you're in tune to Classic Hits, 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM KMSD, Milbank, South Dakota. Streaming audio and video, bigstoneradio.com, and our YouTube page as well. 2nd down and 7 now. Bauscher in the shotgun. Bauscher goes out to his right.
Oh, he got him in the flat.
Looking, and he had Mason Allen out there, but just overshot Mason just a little bit. And the idea was there, just
they had Bennett out in the flat. It was going to be real quick, and then didn't get it to him. And what Madison has been doing, they've just been blitzing off that corner whenever they see any sprint action out to him. And
well, then he must have gone to the second option, which must have been Mason Allen, and that was kind of right there, but it just didn't get into Mason's hands. How about that? 3rd and 7 now for Milbank. 2:11 left here in the third quarter, 20-6. Madison is leading here in the Battle of the Bulldogs. Bauscher looking, trying to get Rick here on the sideline. He's running out of time. And he throws it, and that is going to be caught by Mason Allen.
Wow.
And that's a first down, too. What a nice play that was. I mean, that was at Mason's shoe tops.
Yeah, I don't know how he got his hands underneath that one.
I don't know either.
That was a heck of a catch.
It really was. And to stay in bounds, to catch it in bounds.
It almost looked like Bray was just throwing the ball away. And
well, it did.
Yeah, and then Mason comes screaming through there.
Mason, look what I found. First down and 10 now. Milbank at their 47. There's Hunt, who dives to about the 45. So Bennett with another 2 yards here on the carry. So second down and 8 now for Milbank at Madison's 45-yard line. Again, Madison is leading here, 20-6 if you're just tuning in.
This has been a long third quarter.
It has been. Yes, it has.
Or seems to be anyway.
Yeah, as Bauscher now is standing at about midfield in the shotgun. Bray is going to pitch it out to Hunt. Hunt turns it up the field. And he's going to get about another 2 or 3 yards. So third and a little bit more manageable now for Milbank. Third and about 5.
That was a real good cut.
Yeah, it was.
There wasn't anything to the outside, and we had got guys walled off underneath just enough for him. But yeah, that was a real good cut. And the thing with Bennett, I mean, every game he plays, he gets better at running the football.
Well, and I think that play was designed to go to the outside.
Yes.
But like you said, he cut it back in. So third and 5 now for Milbank. 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball is at Madison's 42. Bray looking, and he's going to throw it to Hunt. Bennett's going to have the first down. I don't know. Was he past the line of scrimmage?
I sure thought he was. That's why I just went, oh boy. And
but no, he must not have been. First down, Milbank.
Oh my. We'll take it though.
I think we're lucky. They can't send that one to New York. I think we're lucky.
Anyway. It's usually the umpire's call, and he must have been watching something else. But we'll definitely take it.
Okay, so 23-yard line. Bray will flip the ball to Bennett Hunt.
We are.
Hunt, a nice little cut back, a little jump cut there by Bennett.
No, Mason.
Oh, and then there's a flag now, a late flag. What happened there? I missed it. A little extracurricular activity, but I did not see what it was.
It's either Bennett said something or they said something, pushed him at the end or something. I hope he's got a cooler head than that.
Well, we'll soon find out here, perhaps.
Number 3 of the defense.
Yeah, there we go. Jumped on late, pushed him there at the end of the play. But Mason Allen in the slot here, that was a very good block to let Bennett cut back underneath him. He was kind of shaking his head like he didn't feel like he had a good enough block, but he had a very good block.
Yeah. And 3 quarters in the books. 20-6 Madison. We'll be back with more Bulldog football in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Ortonville Area Health Services offers professional driving assessments to help you or your loved one stay safe and confident behind the wheel. Whether you're recovering from an injury, adjusting to new medications, or noticing age-related changes in vision or mobility, this evaluation can help. Each assessment is conducted by Wayne Dardis, a licensed occupational therapist and driver rehabilitation professional, and includes cognitive screening, vision screening, and physical assessment. To schedule your driving assessment, call OAHS 320-839-6157.
Pro Image Partners. Pro Image Partners. So many reasons why you can turn to us. We'll help you show your pride. You want the best for work or play. We're your one-stop image shop. We'll help you show your pride. ProImagePartners.com.
Milbank first and goal at the 9-yard line. To open the fourth quarter here, Bauscher in the shotgun. Bray is going to take it himself on the design quarterback keeper, and he's going to get about, a couple of yards probably to about the 7-yard line. Hodges on the tackle for the Bulldogs from Madison.
Yeah, it's easy to see up here. He probably must have saw a crease in there, but I think if he would have just stayed behind Bennett to the outside, we might have gotten into the end zone. But
so second down and goal now from the 8 for Milbank. They're going to set up the screen out here to Bennett Hunt. And boy, he was jumping for that, and that could have been a disastrous play that time.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. Anytime they've seen any kind of that action, if it's been Sam, and now here Bennett, they're just screaming to it. Which you would think a slant on the back side behind it or something like that would be there. But anytime we've run anything like this, they've just blitzed it and they've just screamed to it.
So third down and goal now from the 8. 20-6 Madison. It'd sure be nice if Milbank could push one in here. We'll wait and see. Trips off to the far side now, and Bray is going to just try to throw the ball up. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be a little bit too low. That was there.
Yeah, I think he had a little more time than he thought he had. He wasn't going to have enough time to be able to set his feet and make a good throw, but yeah, that was unfortunate because we had him.
Yeah, Rick was wide open that time, and so 4th and 8 now. Milbank will go for it here. So 4th and 8 now. 4th and goal from the 8, I should say. Bauscher is going to throw the ball up, and that is going to be intended for Mason Allen, and that is not going to be caught. So Madison takes over on downs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a pretty good drive.
That was a nice drive. Yes, it was. But Madison takes over on downs now, 1st and 10. Deep in their own territory, but they still hold the Milbank Bulldogs out of the end zone, 20-6. Madison is leading now with 11:04 left here in the game.
Just need to have a big play on first down.
So Henry Veenhoff.
And we're going to man free now.
In the shotgun, and there's going to be Hodges is going to go right up the gut. Hodges gets to about the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs from Madison. So about a 2-yard gain for Hodges.
Yeah, I was wondering when Coach Pauly was going to go to this. I thought he was going to play this earlier, take away them quick throws.
So 2nd down and 7 now for Madison. Veenhoff is going to throw it, and that's caught.
How he throws laser beams.
Oh, he does. Nielsen on the catch. Mason Allen on the tackle, but like you said, it just is a laser beam fastball that young man throws. And the 22-yard line now with 10 minutes left here in the game. 20-6, Madison is leading here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. As Henry Veenhoff, there's a flag. They're going to do the jet sweep to Shane Veenhoff, and then there's another flag. 2 flags on the field, so I don't know what. The first one, I think, probably on Madison. The second one, I don't know. I don't know if they got a face mask or I don't know. I have no idea.
And the second one, as quick as it was, it might have been a face mask, but it didn't seem like it on the tackle. But
well, it didn't, but.
I don't think they know what they got going on. I'd like to know what the first one was.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
We accepted the penalty. It's on Madison. There we go.
Legal block in the back. All right, so 9:47 left in the game, and the ball is back now at Madison's 15-yard line. So first and about 16 now or so for the Madison Bulldogs. First and 17, I guess.
That would be a time to have a big defensive play here.
20-6. Madison is still leading on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Veenhoff now stands in the shotgun. Shane Veenhoff. Now there's a flag.
That's the back judge. That would you think delay of the game?
Yep, delay of the game. So Madison definitely going in the wrong direction now, but let's see if Milbank can take advantage here. Now the ball is back to the 10-yard line. First and
that was quick.
Well, long.
After the penalty for the play clock to get the ball, that just seemed like that was pretty fast. But
first and 22 now for Madison. Veenhoff back to pass, looking, running out of time, and he's going to get sacked.
I think that was Noby there, Lawson.
Lawson? I think if I'm not mistaken, that's about Lawson's 5th sack, I think, of the season. So second down and 30 now for the Madison Bulldogs. They are at their own 2-yard line. Boy, if we could get a fumble or some kind of a turnover here.
Bring the house, Coach Pauly. Bring them all. Yep, he is.
And Veenhoff gets away from it initially, and he's going to give him more breathing room out to about the 14 now. So they still got a long ways to go on third down here. Third down and about, let's see, that'd be 16, 17, I suppose, at least 17. So Milbank really needs to make a stop here on this third and extremely long. So Henry Veenhoff in the
think you could bring one, at least there we go.
Shotgun, and let's see, Veenhoff goes out to his right. He's going to throw it, and that is caught by Shane Veenhoff, but was he at the first down marker?
By this, where he's walking and they're a yard short. 2 yards short.
It was a nifty catch, though, by Shane along the
that
sideline.
football just comes out. I mean, that.
Yeah. So Madison.
He's got a rifle on an arm.
Yep. They're in 4-down territory here, obviously. Evidently, I should say.
Yeah, it's too bad it wasn't like 4th and 4. They'd be punting. Then we jump.
Yep. So, free first down there for the Madison Bulldogs. And, of course, if you're Madison, that's just exactly what you wanted to happen right there, obviously.
There's the run of shame. You jump, and then you got to come off the field in front of everybody. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You got to be disciplined there.
First down and 10 for Madison now. They're at their own 36-yard line. 7:10 left in the game. Milbank down by 2 scores here, 20-6. And the unfortunate part of it is right now Milbank does not have the football.
Yeah, we had him pinned way deep and...
So, Wienhoff is going to hand off to Hodges. Hodges has a head of steam. He gains about 9 yards, almost 10 yards, but 9 yards on that carry. So second down and short now for Madison. Second down and 1. They're at their own 45-yard line now. Yeah, you're right. They started in the shadow of their own goal line.
We had, and hit first down, and now time is becoming a huge factor.
6:20 left in the game. And Wienhoff in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Hodges, and Hodges is going to get about 3 yards. He needed 1. He got about 3, so 6:11 left, and the clock will run after they move the chains. Actually, it's running right now, 6:06. First down for Madison now. They're at their own 48-yard line, but more importantly for Madison, the clock is running, of course. 20-6, Madison is leading here. And that's going to be a handoff, and that's Hodges trying to wiggle away that time, and he's not going to get away. Ozowski, I think, and Hunt assisted that time.
Yeah, Layton, he does a lot of, he plays that outside backer on the line of scrimmage. They got him out here when the trips, or they get twins out there and plays in space.
Second down and 10 now for Madison. Close to 5 minutes left in the game. 20-6, Madison is leading here. Second and 10.
Start.
Wienhoff is going to throw it up, and that's going to be caught by Shane Wienhoff on the far side of the field.
That sure looked like it was a false start by there.
Well, there's a flag now, a late flag. Boy, that came in way late.
That's usually the personal foul type there. Yeah, they got some guys that are kind of chirpy.
Yeah,
but it looked like their right tackle was pass setting before the ball was snapped.
Yeah. So the ball goes back to Madison's 37-yard line.
Good job by the officiating crew of calling it when they need to.
Yeah.
Because, some crews, they've instead of just doing what your job is, scared of calling a penalty on that stuff.
Third down in about 20 now or so. Wienhoff, here comes Milbank, and he's going to wiggle out of it by some stretch of the imagination, but he's going to get out of bounds well short of the first down. And that, I would say, should be a punting situation now. It's fourth and, 15, 16? So Madison back to punt now. Another flag. Somebody jumped again. I don't know who jumped this time.
Just converting half. Defense, number 8, 5-yard penalty. Go down.
What was that one?
I just was going to ask you.
Something with the hat, I think he said. Something with a helmet? I'm not so sure I've ever...
I don't know what that was.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, but... Anyway, 4th and 13 now for Madison, and they will try to get the punt off as the punter is standing at his 30-yard line. Snap is way high. And there's a block.
Goes.
And
There's
Milbank,
a big play. That's
a big play right there. As the snap was high, and then Milbank blocked it. And Milbank takes over now at the 22-yard line.
Now we need to score somewhat quickly here.
So there's still 4:25 left in this game. Milbank has the ball at Madison's 22-yard line, first down and 10.
Be nice to score before it's under 3. But scoring regardless is what we got to do, obviously. But
yeah. Bauscher now comes out here to his near side. He's going to throw it up, and that is going to be picked off. And that is just what Milbank did not need that time. Second interception tonight by Sims.
Yeah, Bray kind of tried to aim it there, but Madison defender made a great play there.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Because he had the help over the top and broke on it hard. And the other thing too is that route needed to keep running to the sideline away from the defender. We just kind of stopped.
So the bend but don't break defense of Madison here so far tonight. Milbank has been knocking on the door a couple times. And there's Hodges now. He's going to get thrown ahead that time to about the 19 for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I think if he would have kept running that route to the sideline or away or back towards the quarterback, the defender isn't able to undercut it.
So Henry Veenhoff in the shotgun now.
Oh,
that was kind of a broken play. Veenhoff handed it, and there was absolutely nobody there.
Yeah, the running back went the opposite direction where the mesh was supposed to be, which is crazy because quarterback turned like he's reading Ethan down here, the defensive end.
Yeah,
and I think that's on the running back.
Knock that ball loose or something. That would have been kind of nice too, but 3rd and 7 now, or 3rd and 6 for Madison. Of course, they're in no rush now. They're leading here 20-6. They're going to milk every second off the clock. And they will take a timeout. And we will take one as well. 3:04 left in the game. 20-6. Madison is leading. Back with more Bulldog football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
You don't have to live with aches and pains. See Dr. Matt at Chiropractic in Motion. With a minor adjustment, headaches, numbness, and pain can be relieved. Dr. Matt is the type of chiropractor that helps his patients by correcting the problem with as few visits as possible. Chiropractic in Motion looks forward to seeing their customers outside of the office, enjoying their lifestyle with a smile. The next time you have aches and pains, count on the helping hands of Dr. Matt. He's there when you need him. Chiropractic in Motion, Sports Injury and Family Wellness Center. Highway 12, Milbank.
And welcome back to A.B. Campbell Stadium here on your Thursday night. Madison is leading Milbank here 20-6 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. And 3:04 left now in the game. Veenhoff is going to hand off. And there is Hodges. He's still on his feet. And Hodges is going to get all the way out to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they just are running power over here, and they pulling backside guys and got us all blocked up. And
so first down and 10 Madison now, and 20-6. Madison is leading here. And Hodges is going to get the ball again. Hodges is breaking into the open field. He's still on his feet. Hodges will not go down. And he's not going to go down until he gets down all the way to the, 16, 17-yard line?
A lot of missed tackles there. It's unfortunate. We need to... Losing is losing, but to be able to, a 2-score game versus a 3-score game.
And Milbank takes a timeout.
Just to find some positives, because we've had a few more mistakes tonight than we did last week. Has kind of been the difference in the game. But we've done so many positive things tonight, to be right into this ball game and playing back-to-back weeks. We're playing 2 of the top 4 teams in 11A and beating one and playing one right down to the wire.
And we want to thank some of our sponsors for these games: Dakota Country Ag, Bean Pharmacy, Milbank, Ford, Schmitz Landing, Al's Body Shop, Bean Pharmacy, Street Graphics, 203 Realty, Border Lake Insurance of Milbank, ITC of Milbank, Milbank Tobacco Coalition, Ortonville Area Health Services, Pro Image Partners, Millstone Family Restaurant, Chiropractic in Motion, Johnson Family Dentistry, First Bank and Trust of Milbank, Lewis Family Drug, Haslam Construction, and Avera Milbank Medical Center, Milbank Area Hospital Avera. And our exclusive scoreboard sponsor, Lewis Family Drug, our exclusive halftime sponsor, 203 Realty. And we run our video stream sponsors on our video stream periodically, so thanks to those fine folks as well. And Madison at Milbank's 18-yard line now. First down and 10. Wienhoff is going to take the ball off to the left, and he's not going to get very far. He's going to be thrown back at about the 26-yard line. Mason Allen throws him back. And Bennett Hunt as well. Timeout Milbank. And we will take one as well. We'll be back with more football in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
The Millstone Family Restaurant is turning up the temp with their new Too Hot to Handle menu. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, the spicy chicken sandwich with crispy, deep-fried chicken, guaranteed to make your mouth water and your brow sweat. The spicy pulled pork sandwich features smoked pulled pork and enough spice to make you call your mama. And for you seafood lovers, the Firehouse Shrimp Wrap with crispy shrimp tossed in their special spicy sauce, all wrapped up and ready to go. The Too Hot to Handle menu at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth here on a Thursday night. Chad and Jeremy along with you here tonight. Milbank trails 20-6 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard, coming off a Milbank timeout here with 1:58 left in the game. And Madison is at Milbank's 21-yard line. Second down and 13 now for the Madison Bulldogs. And Wienhoff again in the shotgun. Going to hand off to Hodges. Hodges is going down to about the 10, 11-yard line. And Milbank takes their third and final timeout. Third down and about 4 now off the timeout.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is where we had to use our 3 timeouts. We never had an opportunity warranted to use them prior to right now.
Yep. So again, we'll find out. The state will find out, I guess, later tonight where everybody goes for the playoffs, of course, that start in 11A, 11 AA, and 11 AAA next Thursday night.
I would think, like I was talking when we were off here, I think if Lennox holds on and beats Del Rapids and it doesn't look good for us right here, I think we're going to unfortunately have to turn around and play Madison again and have to play them down there.
Down their place, yeah. Let's see here.
I shouldn't say unfortunately. Sometimes maybe you can take something out of this to having to play them back-to-back.
Lennox did beat Riddell Rapids 34-14.
I think that's where we'll end up going.
Okay. So 3rd and 4 now. Hodges, and looks like from the mark up here he got it, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell from all the way up here. No, it is 4th down. Ethan Owen on the tackle for Milbank. But of course, Milbank no timeout, so Madison can just milk the clock here for all it's worth.
Yeah, earlier that we had them in the 3rd and 5 or whatever, you might have thought to take that timeout there, but I think there was still 3 minutes on the clock, and you get them stopped at 3rd down and they punted on 4th, and you get the ball back right away. Just unfortunately they got the 1st down, and this is where we had to use our timeouts.
1st down or 4th down, and Hodges pushes for a 1st down, and that will just about do it, ladies and gentlemen. As there is 1 minute left. And Madison, it looks like...
they could just kneel on it.
Well, they could just kneel on it now if they really want to. Yeah, Wienhoff is running all the way off to the sideline, going to talk to his coach. 1st down and goal from the 5. We'll have the post-game show coming up here very shortly, and we'll wrap things up.
This is one of them where they do run it and they score. This is the one that gets stuck up in your crawl and you remember that kneeled on it. There we go.
They knelt on it.
That's what I would have done too, because you don't want to give the other, because knowing that we're going to play us again, you don't want to give them anything to fire them up.
So 20-6. And that is your final. We'll be back to wrap it up in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Johnson Family Dentistry wants to remind you of the steps to a bright and healthy smile for life. Remember to brush your teeth 3 times each day. Use mouthwash after brushing. And floss your teeth each day. Visit Johnson Family Dentistry twice a year for regular cleaning and checkups. And be sure and change your toothbrush every 3 months. Dr. Johnson and Dr. Holmquist are now accepting new patients. Call Johnson Family Dentistry in Milbank. More information at milbankdentist.com.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump. To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun. Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Member FDIC.
Well, we're going to put a wrap on this one. Milbank drops to ends the regular season at 6-3. Madison goes to 7-2. Madison 20, Milbank 6. Back in the first quarter, 25 seconds, a 7-yard pass. Henry Wienhoff to Shane Wienhoff. Extra point kick good. 7-0 Madison. That was the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, 2:51 left in it. Henry Wienhoff to Shane Wienhoff again for 13 yards out. Extra point kick good. 14-0 Madison. Then with 1:56 left in the second quarter, a 53-yard touchdown run. Bennett Hunt for Milbank. Extra point kick no good. 14-6 Madison. That's the way the halftime would be. At halftime, at 8:17 left, the final score that would turn out to be the final score of the game. 17-yard touchdown pass. Henry Wienhoff to Kaysen Gust. Extra point kick no good. 20-6. And that is your final score. And some final thoughts on the game from Coach Jeremy Tossenson. What do you think?
Well, first I want to say congratulations to Coach Thompson. I think he's done a whale of a job, 6-3 regular season, and guys have gotten better in these last 2 games. I think he's kind of just proven that we can go compete with teams down south. With the big win last week, and then tonight, we were in there. Just too many mistakes is kind of the difference of the game. But we hung in there and did some real positive things that I think we can build on now to get into the playoffs, where now the records are 0-0. So, good regular season, and we're into the playoffs and ready to get after it.
All right. So there you have have it. And again, Milbank loses here tonight 20-6. And I think we're going to spring you, Coach.
All right,
thanks
very good.
again.
Thank you very much. You've been a lot of fun.
Well, you have
season.
been too. So thanks a lot, and we'll catch you hopefully again next season.
All right, sounds good.
So anyway, Jeremy Tostenson, so kind to join us here for our home broadcast. And now I'm going to run down a few scores here, and then we're going to call it a night as well. Class 11A, as we said, Madison beats Milbank here 20-6. A couple minutes left. West Central over Vermilion 34-10. As we said, final Lennox over Del Rapids 34-14. Tri-Valley over Canton 33-23 with a minute left. Sioux Falls Christian beat Dakota Valley 40-9, and Custer is leading Lakota Tech 42-0 at half. In 11B in the playoffs tonight, Dual is going to come out a win. They are leading McCook Central Montrose 36-20 with a minute left. Elk Point Jefferson over Flandreau tonight 42-14. Wagner shuts out Chamberlain 33-0, and Clark Willow Lake shuts out Groton Area 35-0 in Class 11B. 9AA, Kimball White Lake over Britton Hecla 14-7. Hamlin pitches a shutout against Scotland Meadow 57-0. Parkston 55-22 over Bennett County. Elkton Lake Benton shuts out DeSmet 49-0. And Hill City shuts out Great Plains Lutheran 53-0. In 9A tonight, it was Phillip over Esteline Hendricks 36-8. Alcester Hudson pitches a shutout against Dubrook Area 36-0. And Warner with 6 minutes left leading Timber Lake 42-12. Those are just a few of the scores from around the state of South Dakota tonight. So again, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Doug back at the studios. Thanks for Jeremy with sitting in with me here tonight. And again, Milbank will be in the playoffs, and we'll let you know. Listen to KMSD, and they'll let you know officially, I'm sure, tomorrow where Milbank will be and who, of course, we will be playing. So for all the sponsors, for Doug back at the studios, for all the listeners and everybody, thanks again for everything. Thanks for listening. And again, your final score, Madison 20, Milbank 6. For KMSD Radio Sports, I'm Chad Knowles. Have yourselves a great night, a great weekend, everybody. And for now, we'll toss it back to the studios of KMSD Radio. Good night, everybody.